Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? It's word out there that Gervonta Davis turns down a fight with Conor Benn. Offer sent by Eddie Hearn. They say that they offered Tank 10, 15 million to fight Conor Benn. It sounds like the fight was finna be in the UK and everything. So when I heard that, I kind of didn't really have no hope for that fight happening because Tank go A side Conor Benn. If he was to fight him, I'm pretty sure it would be over here in America and not on the zone. It surprised me that Tank actually was coming at Conor Benn the way that he was, talking his stuff and all that, because the original fight that everybody wanted to see that was supposed to be getting worked on was the Devin Haney fight. But uh, Haney, I guess, tried to have Eddie Hearn send a contract for Tank, and that didn't go nowhere. Then Haney just went to negotiate and then got the fight done with Ryan Garcia and all them, and that just fell apart from there. It was a little bit of hype for a couple of days, but now it don't even seem like they even worried about each other. But Tank and Conor Benn, that would have been a real gutsy fight. That really actually surprised me that Tank was even talking about doing that fight, because Conor Benn, he's the bigger man and he's a big puncher at 147. Because you remember when Tank Davis moved up to 140 from 130, he said that he was uncomfortable at that weight. And it took him a while to get Mario Barrios out of there. It took him 11 rounds. He didn't seem to have that one punch knockout power like he does for sure at 135. And he said that he was uncomfortable at 140. And you expect me to believe that he would move up 7 more pounds than that in the fight young. I ain't gonna say killer. Conor Benn hasn't been a killer since the egg thing. He tested positive for PED, and he blamed it on the eggs. And ever since then, since he's came back to boxing, he hasn't knocked out his 2 opponents. He's looked actually a little worse, because Conor Benn, before he got busted on that PED thing, Conor Benn was having viral knockouts, 1-punch knockouts. That was brutal, the way he knocked out. I think that was Van Heerden. It was somebody in the second. No, Algieri, because I remember, because he was the mover, and Conor Benn caught him flush with a straight right hand. And 1-punch knockout, man. He looked at like the biggest puncher at 147 for a second, if you really want to talk about it. He's right up there with Boots. And right now, it seems like Conor Benn is the fight that a lot of people want, man. A lot of people been calling out Benn, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Danny Garcia just claimed that he will step up in Tank's place to take the Conor Benn fight right now. That would be an interesting fight. That would be real interesting. Probably on the level of the Tank fight too. That seems more realistic. Last time Danny Garcia was in the ring, he fought Jose Benavidez. He outboxed him for 12 rounds. He looked it good. And that would be a better fight, because Danny Garcia, he'd be on long layoffs. And the way he looked in the Benavidez fight, he won all 12 rounds. That was at 154. Yeah, that'll be a good match at 154. They both got a little power. Their power seems on the same level. Athleticism seems similar level. Probably Conor Benn is a little more springy than Danny Garcia. It's kind of an even match. But if Tank Davis would have took that Conor Benn fight, you would have had to clear his name of ducking Devin Haney, because Conor Benn is kind of a huge risk, even though he has been getting hit a lot in his fights. He's big and he's powerful, athletic. It's going to take a lot of energy to outbox this guy. He's going to keep coming and coming and coming. So I'm not for sure that Tank would have just knocked him out, and Conor Benn seems like he can take a punch. Yeah, that would have been a real interesting fight. It would have had a real test to Tank's boxing skills, like how he showed a little bit with the one hand with Pitbull Cruz. But Eddie Hearn sent Tank a contract for Conor Benn. Now that he probably turned it down because of the weight. He probably offered him to fight straight up at 147. So I just doubt it. I always doubted it. But Tank Davis, his next fight, I think, man, for me, my hopes, because I know it ain't going to be Tank or Shakur next, I would hope he would fight Frank Martin. I think that'll be a nice economical fight since he looks for money so bad. They both on the same side of the street, both ranked in the WBA. Should be easy to make. Tank versus Frank, But ain't no telling who Tank gonna fight next, because Haney, he's tied up with Ryan Garcia. They ain't really no big names that's available right now. Shakur said that he's fighting in June. I think Tank probably would fight before that. I doubt that it's Shakur Stevenson right now, because Shakur was just, complaining about not getting no fights. But that was only a couple of days. So, and he just said that he got an announcement for June. But yeah, Tank Davis, ain't no telling when he's going to fight, who he's going to fight. We just know that it ain't Conor Benn. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm going to be back soon.